Sheldon. Senator Reynolds.
Thank you very much, Deputy President. Well, what a load of rubbish. Let's have a look at the facts about what those opposite are actually doing to Australians, to all Australians and to Western Australians who I represent. West Australia is the economic powerhouse of our nation, but this government's ideological policies have declared nothing short of war on the West, on the cost of living for every single family in Western Australia, on our industries, particularly our mining sector, which inevitably will have a terrible impact on jobs in my state. Now, those opposite talk about rhetoric and how life is wonderful for Australians under them. Well, I tell you what, the people here in the gallery and people listening and people all across Australia, not one of them will stand up and say, I am sure, that we feel better off after 2.5 years of Labor. Because let me tell you what those opposite have done. They actually inherited an economy with low unemployment, strong growth, and also it was a strong government financial recovery underway. And COVID aside, or post-COVID, you actually inherited in the G20 nations and probably most nations the strongest recovering economy post-COVID in the world. And what have you done? What have you squandered and what have you done to the Australian people? National account growth is down. Living standards are down. Productivity is down. The government has spent this term fighting everything but inflation. And what has this done for the Australian people? It has caused their cost of living to skyrocket. August interest rates have tripled under those opposites. Gas is up 33%, electricity is up 14%, and that is after the subsidies that this government has provided. 14%. Rents are up 16%. Health costs are up 11%. Education costs are up 11%. Food for families is up 12%. Finance and insurance costs are up 17%, and personal income tax is up 25%. Now, no matter what those opposites say and try to say people are much better off, Australians are much better off underneath us, the Australian workers are much better off underneath us, with us. What a lie. It is simply not true. The facts, the data speaks for itself. Now, the Prime Minister's train wreck of a press conference this week demonstrates he still does not get it. He does not have an economic plan for this nation, and he doesn't have a plan to help struggling Australians, and he certainly does not have a plan to help West Australians and to ensure that the West Australian mining sector can continue to grow, instead of putting the brakes on it or declaring war on it as he currently is. So Mr Albanese's tone-deaf speech to the Minerals Council dinner in Canberra last week really demonstrates without a question just how much he does not understand the mining sector in this nation. He sits there and he talked about with great platitudes all of the amazing things those opposite are doing for the sector. The sad truth is, not a single word was true. As the sector said very, very clearly, you are doing everything you can to destroy the sector, and that includes our critical minerals sector. You are not doing anything, despite the rhetoric, to actually help build new industries. We need new minerals sector. We need it for the environment. We need it for every single piece of new energy technology that we need today. We need a wide range of new minerals. And those opposite say, well, we're helping the sector. Well, no, you are not. Today, investors in the minerals sector have many, many more investment opportunities than here in Australia. And guess what? They're going elsewhere, to countries that don't have the same environmental standards, to countries that use slave labour. So those opposite know it's your dirty little secret that if they go offshore, China and other nations go to countries where they use slave labour and have poor environmental standards. Shame on you all.
Reynolds.